What's going on, guys? I am really excited today. It's bright and sunny and actually warm. I'm probably gonna have to take off the sweatshirt. Just kind of a little backstory on me. I never rode skateboards growing up. I'm now in my early 40s and thought that it'd be really fun to take on something a little bit new. And so last year, last fall, I actually bought a Wowgo Model 3, and I've had an absolute blast riding that board. There were a few things that I was looking for that the more time that I spent on it, I realized that, might be a little bit something that needs to change. And I came across a new company called Triple Boards, and their founder used to be with Wowgo, and so there's a lot of similarities as far as how they're put together and the size of the deck and just all the different components. But there's a few things that are on this board that weren't on my Wowgo 3. One, I was able to get a 10 amp hour battery. It has a metal enclosure, which is kind of cool. It makes a lot of sense. I didn't think anything of it at first when I bought my Wowgo about the fact that you're scraping the bottom of your board on curbs and different things like that. Not having a background in riding skateboards, just didn't even think about it. It also has rubber tires, a little bit larger diameter. I think they're just over 100 millimeters, something like that. And I like that because where I live, we've got some good sidewalks and things like that, but then we've got a lot of areas where there's some broken up pavement and things like that. And this board, I think, is going to do a little bit better riding on some of the little bit more rough surfaces. I've had two pretty decent spills on my board, and they were due to holes in the pavement or whatever, and I'm hoping that these guys are going to do a little bit better job kind of getting me through that. I'm going to be giving this thing a shot, and I've got kind of a distance run I can do, and so I'm going to do a couple laps throughout the town and just kind of see what my initial thoughts are. I haven't been on it yet. I've been charging it all day, and it's bright and sunny, and so let's get started and see how it goes. So I just got done with my first ride on my new triple board, and I'm really stoked. It does a couple things really well. You have to take what I say kind of with a grain of salt, because I've only been on one other board, and that's the Wowgo 3. And all in all, I totally love the Wowgo 3, okay? It's fast, it's got incredible acceleration. I mean, I'm going up hills and it's pulling on the way up. So it does a lot of good things, but some of the things where the Wowgo is lacking, this board picks up. And the biggest thing that I really like about this board is how comfortable it is to ride. Now, it has a flexi deck, not quite as flexi as the Wowgo, but then it picks up those 105 millimeter rubber tires. And that just made all the difference in the world. I took that out. I went for about 7.5 miles today, and I was going over smooth pavement, uneven pavement, a little bit of gravel, debris in the walkways and things like that. And I had so much confidence. It was awesome. And so for somebody that's more of a novice rider and not necessarily like one of the pros or something like that, it was a good board for me. In fact, I think if I'm riding with a friend, and letting them borrow one of my boards, I'm going to let them borrow the new board, just because it's a little bit softer, a little bit more comfortable. Another thing with the board is that it doesn't have just the punch when you're accelerating. It's a little bit of a smoother acceleration. If anything, I think it could maybe have like one more level where it would have a little bit more punch. I was riding on the pro mode the entire time, and there were times where I felt like I just wanted to go a little bit quicker, have a little bit better acceleration, and then on some of the hills, it just didn't really, punch their way up the hill the way my other board does. Keep in mind, I'm a 200-pound guy. If you're smaller, you're probably gonna have a totally different experience on this board. But all in all, totally dig it. Looking forward to seeing what they come up with next. A couple suggestions for maybe a next version of this would be to go ahead and fill in the void where they run all the wires through the board. There's kind of a little space there, and the grip tape that they used is really thin, and so it kind of bubbles right over that slot, and it's hard to get it on video. I was trying to get my camera set up so you could actually really see it, but you can't see it very well. But if they were to kind of fill that in a little bit and then maybe use a little bit of a padded grip tape similar to the WowGo and some of the other boards, I think that would just be something nice to kind of take the board to the next level. All in all though, I think it's going to be a great buy, and I'm definitely going to get some miles on this as the weather's warming up here in Oregon. So anyways, have a good evening. Leave a comment if you have any questions, anything else that I can explain, or any discussion, or if you pick one up, shoot me a message, let me know. I'd love to hear it. All right, have a good evening.